Welcome back to the Pin Podcast. I'm your host, PinUp Miami, and this is Pin Podcast episode number 3. And this is just a podcast where we talk modern living with daily topics, with everyday topics, with a vintage flair. And today we have a very special guest. Let me give you a little introduction. If you guys don't know, I run a South Florida meetup group. It's open to everyone and no membership required, all body shapes, all types of people. Yep. And I do a calendar and I ask people to apply. And last year was our first year, and I have the honor of having Miss January with me.
Hey.
She is the best way to kick off a year. She has the sass, pizzazz.
And the ass.
And the ass. And if you're watching us on YouTube, you'll see a picture here that I'm holding. And it's Miss Susann Sunshine.
Yay, that's me.
How was it shooting this shoot?
It was super dope. It was really dope. It was my first photo shoot ever. I've never had professional photos done, so that was a real treat. Yeah, it was really great. And Maddie, she was a photographer. She was so helpful, and you were so helpful too. Everyone was. It was so great.
That's exactly what I love to hear, because I really want to bring... I don't pick just models for this. Like, nobody in that calendar has had professional modeling. Mm-hmm. And even myself, I don't consider myself a professional model.
She's a professional. She's a professional.
But I just love the happiness, because there was a lot of people's first, and they were crying because they felt like they were beautiful. This July, it was her first too, and she lost a lot of weight, and so it really meant a lot for her to do it. So every year I'm going to be doing it, and you could apply.
Yes, everyone apply. Everyone, please. Yeah, it's a great experience. It wasn't too long of a day, but it was long, but it was like the greatest day ever. And there were snacks.
Snacks and wine.
Yo, I forgot about the wine.
And depend on one weekend, because I split up the months, 6 months one weekend and 6 months the next, because these are all done in studio. I don't know, one weekend was very lit.
Yeah, we were playing Lizzo and...
Oh yeah, and if my phone didn't break, I had a beautiful video of her dancing in her photo shoot singing Lizzo.
Yes. Oh,
but that
made me feel good. Yeah. Oh, it's gone forever. It's a memory.
It's a memory. If you were there, you know it happened. It was super nice, and I'm so happy that people, like, nobody had a complaint that I know of.
No, it was really great.
Tell me the secrets behind the scenes, huh? What do people say?
Oh my God. They were like, Jen, she did not provide enough snacks. There could have been more snacks.
There's a lot of snacks. There was actually so much left over. Bernie provided a lot of sandwiches and chips, and then if you came on the weekend that the girl brought cookies, you could have taken a cookie home.
Oh yeah, but they were like fancy cookies, and like she was like, they're hard, and she wasn't lying. She wasn't. They were like props for December, right?
Yes, December.
Yes. Oh my God.
Call me sweetie. She goes around the U.S. Or international. I'm not sure. I think international. And she teaches you how to create art on cookies.
Yeah, she's so talented, and she makes me so hungry. And those cookies, yeah, they were hard, but I put them in coffee, and I said, "This is what it's gonna be." Okay, I'm gonna eat this cookie. I'm determined.
And then the cover, I shot with a big ass flamingo.
Oh yeah, it's so big.
And people think it was photoshopped or something, but it actually was this big. It's true to size.
Yeah. Podcasting is an audio medium. So if you can't see the flamingo,
go on my YouTube.
Huge. Yeah, go on the YouTube one.
Or buy the calendar.
Yeah. Or buy the calendar. Or also use your imagination. It's like...
Imagination.
Use your imagination. It's like 7 feet tall. It's terrifying, but also really... dope.
Such an honor to have Miss Susann Sunshine here, Miss January, and talking about big flamingos. Let's talk about some big stuff.
Yes, I'm big. My body is big,
and I'm big too. So we're big together. We're big together. And fab. Yes. And another word that starts with B is burlesque.
Oh yeah. So
tell me, burlesque. If you don't know what burlesque is, because I'm sure some of the people that follow me don't know what burlesque is. Tell me, what is burlesque, and what is a burlesque? What is it you call yourself?
An aspiring burlesque dancer, performer. Okay, so burlesque is the art of the tease. So, people don't like to think it's stripping, but it's stripping. I think it's
upskills.
Yeah, or like it's just. I mean, elevated is probably a nice word, but also it's just stripping. Stripping isn't bad, regardless. I'm here for strippers. I'm pro ho.
Pro ho.
I love it. Whatever you're doing, like I love it for you. But so yeah, I'm an aspiring burlesque performer, which means I just think about it a lot. I think, oh hey, I'm gonna do that eventually in the future. When the future arrives, I'm not sure, but I see it for myself. And I've been working on costumes, and for me it's really a way to express myself that I think, even though I haven't started yet, I started like making routines and stuff, but because I'm a bigger body, and fat is a word that I'm not afraid to use to describe myself. I really want to express myself and my body in a way that I think is beautiful. And again, I guess the word of the day is dope.
Dope.
In a dope way.
Yeah, I own fat too. I mean, if you use it yourself and you know what it is in a positive way, I mean, you can't let other people mentally make it feel in your head that it's a bad word.
Yeah. Yeah. We were saying like, oh, when people are like, oh, if like we say, oh, I'm fat. And then people are like, no, you're beautiful. And you're like, bitch, I'm both. All the time. Like fat is just a descriptive word of who I am. Very much love body positivity.
Can you imagine people saying, oh, you're skinny, so you must be beautiful? I've seen some ugly skinny people. No, hey, everyone's beautiful, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, exactly. That's so accurate. So, yeah.
Or like my parents will say, oh, hey, if you lost a little weight, you'd be pretty.
I'm pretty right now. Okay. So absolutely
confident. It used to, that used to get to me, your own people, growing up, and they tell you all the time these things it really does bring you down. And it's not only my parents, other family members, but then when you don't eat, they're like, oh, you're going to starve.
Oh yeah. And so we're both from, like, wait, you're Cuban.
Yes.
I'm Jamaican. I don't know. These portions that we be serving in our, our cookouts or huge. I'm like, okay, you talk about how I'm fat, but what are you doing?
You're the problem.
Yeah, you're also feeding me. I mean, I'm gonna eat it,
but then if you ever want to eat half because you want to try to lose weight, they'll be like, bro, are you starving? Are you sick? Or
I'm like, no, I'm saving it for later. Oh my gosh, that's so true.
Yeah,
it's not cool. Like, I'm proud to be in my little fat body, my little fat body.
You have to enjoy your own body. Who else is going to enjoy it for you, right?
Oh, yes, girl. Exactly. Exactly. And like, it's not going to be easy. Like, even now, I still have even issues just like thinking like, oh no, my fupa on stage. I think about it all the time. And I'm like, girl, just do it. Don't stop. Keep believing. And if you're listening to this and you're thinking about it, girl, do it. Boy, do it. Person, do it. You're living in your body. The confidence sometimes goes up and down, but I believe in you.
And not even with just burlesque, because even when I go to other events, I get a lot of girls that are big that follow me online. When I first started, like when I went to Viva East, that's up in Massachusetts, and I had a lady. She really changed my life. She came up to me, and I didn't know who she was, but she knew who I was, and she said, you really inspire me because you're a big girl and you wear these outfits that are really out there, but yet you own them. Yeah, and it's really inspired me to just be me too, and that's what I really love. And I know it sounds cheesy, but it's true, and it really inspired me that I have a platform, and I really want people to feel the way I am now is not how I was growing up.
Yeah,
like I said, like even my own family would say things. Imagine strangers, but it really hurts when the people close to you say things, because then you start believing it because you trust them.
Yep.
And this is why I worked so hard to have my own house and to have my own place, because I needed to get away from them. And that's when I finally started realizing, bro, we only got one life.
Yep, you only have one life.
I say bro a lot because I'm from Miami.
Yeah.
Or guy.
Oh, yeah, I say pero.
Pero like.
I haven't been in Miami. I haven't been in Miami in so long, but I still say, oh, pero like.
That's like the American version of it. Like.
Yeah. But like, oh yeah, very, what's the word when you do stuff and you can't not do them?
A habit?
Addictive. It's a habit.
Addiction.
I'm addicted to saying pero-like.
I like the way you say it.
Pero-like. That's so sad.
So another thing with, breaking stereotypes is, you play, oh my gosh, why am I blanking now? Board games, right?
Yes, I'm a nerdy Black girl. I'm so nerdy. So Dungeons and Dragons, that's the game for me. That's where I'm at. I used to be on a Dungeons and Dragons podcast. I'm going to call it D&D because every time I say Dungeons and Dragons, it sounds very so I was in a D&D podcast.
Coming from a burlesque girl, it sounds like something kinky.
Oh. Yeah, my podcast was called, it was a group of ladies, 3 girls, 1 dungeon. And it
no
was
relation to 2 girls in 1 cup.
No relation. She has nothing to do with that. She's a nice, wholesome podcast. Unfortunately, it's not like a finished podcast. So if you do listen to this and then want to listen to that, the adventure didn't finish, but it was still fun to be a part of the adventure in real life. But I think everyone in the world should play D&D. It is the best game, or the best, experience. It's an experience.
I'm going to put you on the spot here. Name 3 reasons why I should even consider playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
Oh, do you have these on the top of your hands already?
I'm like, what? So many reasons. Okay. You get to live an alternative life. I kind of. You get to, like, pick a character and, like, kind of live as them. And I think that's dope. That's reason number 1. 2, what can you do? You get to roll dice, and that sound is very fun. The sound of dice.
Well, I've seen people make their own dice with resin.
That sounds really fun!
That's all I know about D&D is on
gosh.
TikTok. I see everyone making out of resin dices. But they have to calibrate it and make sure it's a certain weight. Because if not, it'll lean on one side or the other. That's all I know about dice.
We don't want any cheating because you have a 20-sided die. Oh my god, I want to make my own die. Okay, yes. So, dice, and then another 3rd reason. It's very fun. No game is the same. So, every time you play with a different dungeon master, even if you're going with the same storyline, which D&D provides, like, their own books of, like, a story and, like, a map and everything.
You can make up your own, right?
You can also make up your own if your dungeon master is really dope.
Do a PinUp dungeon?
Yes. I will not be the dungeon master. I don't know who will be, but that's happening. Yeah.
You could get a goth pinup. We just have different genres of pinup.
Ooh, so many. And we love goth pinup.
We could create like little battles.
This is, okay. I'm envisioning this. I'm putting it in my head.
I'll let you work on this idea since I have no idea how to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, this will be a real treat.
But
okay.
I'm down to dress up. Any excuse to dress up.
Yeah, so I haven't dressed up yet. So.
Well, if you do this, we're dressing up.
Yeah, we're dressing up. Yeah, and it'll be recorded.
It'll be recorded on the live stream on Twitch.
On Twitch. Yes. You already know.
Girl, I know everything about technology.
She's in it. She's hip
but I don't Twitch, though.
Me
I got it once, and I was like, oh, but then I realized everything is gaming or very sexy. So I was like, no, some of the cosplayer girls there are...
They're very sexy is a word to describe, yes. That is correct.
Even on TikTok, I don't know. Well, do you cosplay?
So I've only cosplayed once, and that was Martha from Doctor Who. Do you watch Doctor Who? Ever? Okay, so like it's a show.
I know of it.
Okay, yeah. So she's one of the characters, but they're like normal. They're not like fun characters. They're people. So I just dress like a person, and if you knew, like, you would know. But I haven't done any like really fun cosplay.
I want to get into it. Somebody said I'd be good at it.
You would be super Girl, you own a sewing machine. That means you're gonna be good.
Sewing machine, check.
Check. That's it. That's the only check.
I'll try to be any character with yellow hair. I was Angelica once for an 80s party. I was a pinup Angelica, and I went with my friend Victoria. I think you know Vicky from NASCAR. She works at NASCAR.
Oh my god. Yes, I love Vicky. Wait, so you were Angelica from Rugrats?
Yeah, so I had the yellow. Okay. I just Googled like yellow characters.
Can you be Cynthia, her doll? Cynthia, she's a really cool dancer. Cynthia.
It would be cool. I could do like those TikTok videos. Now I'm watching a lot of TikTok videos. But there's this video that you lay your hair down and just hairspray until it stands up, and I'll look just like
Cynthia. Oh my, please. I need you to be Cynthia. I love Cynthia from Rugrats so much.
I'm talking about the Angelica version.
Where she had the yes, that's my favorite. That's my favorite.
I'm gonna ask you to come over to hairspray my hair up.
I will be there. Number one.
So, how do you feel about, we're talking about burlesque and being big and owning being fat and being women in the game world? So that is predominantly men. So you've been the minority in a lot of things. But when it comes to, do you think there's a big representation in cosplay?
No.
Yes. Because when I see cosplay, I would consider cosplay to be what you're saying, being a character. But I see a lot of women that are in it confusing it for sex. And I know sex sells. Do you know what I mean?
Well, and I'm here for that. I really don't. I don't mind. I'm like, boobies, whatever, booty, show it, girls.
But you consider that cosplay too?
Yeah. I mean, like, if that's what the character is wearing, it's... Sometimes I conflate it, like, I wouldn't wear that. But, like, I love it for... I know. I love it for you. So, if it's a character... then yeah, I really don't care. Sometimes people take like a sexy version of a character,
like Princess Peach in a bikini.
And I'm like, we didn't have to make her too sexy, but I mean, like, you cute,
Well, for me, I try to turn. I want to, like, if I ever cosplay, I want to turn characters into like a pinup stuff, because that's what I like. Like when I did Angelica, what I did was I created a skirt and stuff, and it was all pinup related.
Yeah,
because that's my comfort zone.
Yeah,
for obvious reasons.
No, but going back to like the representation, I just wish that I feel like maybe what's represented is always like sexy cosplay, and there's so much more to women cosplay than just being sexy. Women are really killing the game in cosplay, and I don't know if it's always shown equally, but it's definitely male dominated. The whole scene, even like just the nerdy scene in general, like my podcast for D&D. It was an all-girls podcast because we weren't seeing a lot of women in that, like, industry, in that space. So we were like, we're going to be girls and we're going to be in it. And like I said, like that adventure unfortunately didn't finish, but I am trying to start a new D&D podcast that is mostly women of color. So I'm Black. The other person I'm looking to have, she's Black. So
if you're Black and you play D&D, hit her up.
Yes, hit me up for sure. And if you don't want to be in the podcast, we can just play. Yeah. Just normally. Yeah. Or anyone, but really having women in the scene and having like just representation is, I think, really important, because I like to see myself in like the communities that I'm a part of. Like burlesque. I want to see more Black women in burlesque. Which means that more clubs need to book Black burlesque artists, and I just love to see it. I just want to see a sea of everyone, equally represented, and that's like important to me too.
Have you seen the Netflix the series called Hollywood?
No. What is it about? Is it good?
Yes, it has to do with an alternate universe.
Huh?
But think about this: it's not like sci-fi. It's an alternate universe if people went out of their way to let Blacks and gays in Hollywood. It's pretty interesting. So instead of like the writers in this world, it's based off true stories, but the decisions they make are different. So at the end, everything's diversified. I forgot the name of the oh my gosh, she's famous. The nanny from Gone with the Wind. What's the actress name?
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
She makes an appearance in that show because they're trying to cast this gay writer these two. Well, one is gay, and he's like, I'm never gonna make it in the industry because I'm gay and I'm black. But he makes it in, and it's just like an alternate universe where yeah, there's a struggle for race, but people are willing to try, and I think that's what we all need to do. But you should watch that show.
Yeah,
and the actress is black, and you know,
it's
they
diverse
pick
cast.
up, instead of picking a white girl for the lead, they go with the director's girlfriend that's black, and she's like the best actress. And then there was this great scene where they see all the actresses like acting for the role, and you know, you could clearly tell that the black one is the best one, but they wanted to pick the white one. But then the white one knew that the black one was better, so she messed up on her own to give her a chance. So it was all like everyone working together because they knew something was wrong and they wanted to make it better. It is a great idea.
That's so great.
But it's based on facts, so like it's really the choices are not. But
no, I feel that's very interesting. I'm gonna watch it. Is it on Netflix?
Yes, and the costumes.
Ooh, we love costume design.
And I think Besame Cosmetics, like they use their lipsticks.
Ooh, we love that. Also minority owned. I think the owner is Latinx.
Yes.
Ooh, we love that. We love to see that.
Gabrielle I forgot her last name. Gabriela.
Yes, her first name is Gabrielle.
And I love that her lipsticks are called Besame, you know, kiss.
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, because I had somebody call me and they're like, I think I'm going to buy this lipstick called Besame. And I'm like, what's that? It sounds so familiar. And then she's like, it's with a B. It's the gold pretty packaging. I'm like, you mean Besame? Girl, you're Hispanic. You should know this.
Girl, what are you doing?
She's confusing me thinking that there's this new lipstick out in the market. It's really pretty.
That's beautiful.
I like their setting powders.
I haven't tried any of their products.
I haven't tried their lipsticks, but I've heard good things. They look pretty.
They look pretty.
I've heard good and bad, but
yeah, what do you call it? I'm interested in their mascara, but it's like a little square.
I heard it was just for looks,
aesthetics,
though, because it does not really. I mean, yeah, it's the old school way, but there's a reason why we moved on.
Yeah.
It's so like, sad, but I mean, I can't judge it because I haven't tried it. But sometimes I do think, and that's why everything I do is vintage related, but modern because there's a reason why we're evolving. You know?
Exactly.
And you know, we try new products, and the stuff that stays, and the stuff that doesn't goes.
Yeah, which is a little square mascara that's not staying. Unfortunately,
because they use it also for liner, but I can't. But I've seen other girls do it on YouTube because I was so intrigued. I was something new. It's vintage. But it doesn't come out as black, you know. And
ooh, no, we need the blackest black.
Me with my long liner, I can't have like a weak black.
No weakness.
It needs to cut the crease.
It needs to cut.
So let me see. Let me ask you. We have burlesque, games, cosplay. Would you say that there is another avenue that you wish was more diversified?
Ooh,
be with
yes. Oh my gosh, I'm coughing. I'm so sorry. I don't have corona. You know what? Music. So I grew up as like this little alternative girl. I love rock. I still love rock music. It's my music of choice.
And you took me to a great bar.
Oh yeah, I took you. Shout out to Loser Lounge.
Lounge. Book her for burlesque when everything's over.
Yes, don't forget it. But I've been in the alternative scene since middle school, and now I'm 29, so for a while. And I remember growing up, like the only representation I had for like black women, which is not accurate. There were other black people in this scene. I just didn't know, but it was like Fifi Dobson. Do you remember Fifi Dobson?
Yes.
Can
yes.
Can I do my impression of her?
Yes.
I'm gonna try not to laugh. If you don't know Fifi Dobson, this won't make any sense. But if you do, I'm sure you'll be like, "Ma'am, okay, take." I don't know why she sings like that. Waited all my life to know you. She does not sound like that, but she also sounds exactly like that.
I remember the music video. I was a music video junkie. I still am.
I love music videos. Oh my god. But no, like she was like a little pop punky, like Avril Lavigne-esque. But I loved her so much, and I got deeper into the scene. I was like really into indie bands. My favorite band growing up, and still is, Billy Talent, which is like a punk band from Canada. If you know Billy Talent, please be my friend. They're my favorite band.
I don't know them, but Tim probably does.
Oh yeah, he probably does. I think I've talked to him about it once.
My boyfriend's into the ska. First of all, I thought ska was
dead.
But no, apparently
that's scatting.
I learned that really quick dating my boyfriend because he's like, I love scat, and I'm like, oh my god, me too. And then he puts on what ska really is, and I'm here like, that's not that. I'm like, no, this is like reggae pop rock. I don't know. But yes, I was misinformed. But
ska. Oh my gosh, you thought it was
facts about me. I'm putting myself out there.
That is literally the best thing I've ever heard. Yes, we love ska. So I didn't always like ska. I used to hate ska. I was like, ska is the worst. And then I went to college and I was like, ska is not so bad. And I was friends with this local ska band. They were really cute. And then I was like, okay. And then, yeah, I like ska. I can appreciate ska a lot.
Even Noelia one time was like, let's go to Churchill's. There is a ska Sunday or something.
Yeah.
And then I really, because I wasn't with Tim at the time, I was thinking it was that ska. I'm thinking, wow, Noelia likes that stuff. Like, I'm thinking like the movie Funny Face where she's all in black. Yeah. I'm thinking that's what we're gonna do. No, I was wrong. I was so wrong.
Oh my gosh. We love Churchill's though. They have all the fun, hip and with it events. I have not been to a ska night there though.
Maybe I'll go now that I know.
I know. Now you know what it is. I went to it was after what was the event? The prom, the spring fling.
Oh, you went to Churchill's?
I went to Churchill's right after. Churchill's is a bar in Miami. Churchill's is a bar in Miami.
Churchill's is a bar in Miami and Little Haiti, no?
Yes. And it's like very
It's known for its dirtiest bathroom.
Oh my, the bathroom is so dirty. Don't ever go. Pee in the street. Pee anywhere else other than that bathroom. It's going to be cleaner. Do not freaking go in the bathroom.
I knew somebody. This is a random thing. I know I'm segueing. I know somebody. I'm not going to name names, but she did stuff she does makeup and she used to do makeup. She does makeup and she used to do it for pornos.
Ooh.
Oh, hold on.
Oh no.
Wait, wait.
There's technical difficulties. I'm going to keep working on my Fifi Dobson impression.
Right there. So then there was this girl that she was a makeup artist, and she said that she did porn there. Not that she did it. She did makeup and for a porno that was filmed at Churchill's about some rock stars, and that they had sex everywhere and anywhere in that place. So just so you know.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well, I will take that knowledge and keep it very close to.
Yeah, and I never seen a pool table there, but she said it was a pool table.
There is a pool table. Yeah, there's a pool table.
I've only been to Churchill twice.
Oh my gosh, it's a great place. It's just so dirty. It's just so dirty. But I went. You remember what I was wearing, like this floral dress at the spring fling.
Spring fling was a great event.
I'm gonna go. It was so great. I'm gonna go to this dirty Churchill's bar in my nice little pretty dress, and I was so out of place. It was like a heavy metal festival that was happening.
I'm sure everyone was breaking neck for you.
They weren't. I was like, please, anybody? Does anyone love me here? No one. Well, two people were like, I like your dress, and I was like, oh my god, thank you. But I was very out of place, but I had a great time. I love heavy metal a lot.
One time I went with somebody and I saw these girls dressed up like very like badass, like soldiers, but they were like fake leather up. I was like,
ooh, we love that.
I was like, damn. And I was here with my yellow hair and pink dress. I was the opposite fetish from whoever. Yeah. Whoever did like chains and whips.
Yeah. We have the leather daddies and then like pink princess.
Yeah.
That sounds really dope. I love like the juxtaposition of like, here's leather people, and just like very like cutesy pink.
Me.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I like how I sidetracked you and everything. But you were talking about music.
Oh yeah, I was. So yeah, music. I've been in the scene for a while.
You play instruments.
Yes, I do. I played violin.
My fave.
Oh my god, I love that you love the violin. That's my favorite. I played violin consecutively for about 10 years. I haven't played in a long time, but it's great. I play guitar very badly, and I sing, even though that was the worst Phoebe Dobson impression you probably ever heard.
We're not judging your singing off an impression.
Yeah, that was fine. Phoebe Dobson, if you listen to this, please. I don't mean it.
I wonder what happened to her.
She
probably recorded it behind the music.
Let's investigate Phoebe Dobson. She's married to this rapper named Yellow Wolf. I don't know if you've ever heard of Yellow Wolf.
I've never heard of him.
I did look her up. I was like, what are you doing, girl? She's still making music, I think. I don't know about 2020. But Phoebe Dobson, wherever you are at, please let us know what you're up to.
Well, she inspired you in a little way.
Yeah,
so
she sure did.
We give her props there. We're just jabbing fun.
Yeah. Yeah, but music really shaped my life. Like I said, I was like alternative, and it helped me. Like I was like a little goth kid, then I was a little scene kid, and then I don't know how it happened, but then I just got into rockabilly pinup. And
I've noticed a lot of people that are into the pinup, at least everywhere, used to like rock.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I was an exception, but not that I don't like rock.
Yeah.
But I always admired the rock kids at school with those big pants.
Yeah, I had a pair too.
And eyeliner. And I couldn't do eyeliner at the time. I'm thinking like, how are these rock kids doing these liners? Because my eyeliner, the way I wear it now, was inspired by a goth girl I used to work with at Toys R Us.
What? You worked at Toys R Us?
Yeah, when I was in college.
Oh my gosh.
She would have her liner like go like it was amazing.
Oh, like into
like it was like thin in the nose, and then I went like.
I love that.
So then from there I was like, and she even did the bottom, and I was like, man. And then I found my own little way of how I like to do it.
Yeah, which I really like. What eyeliner do you use?
I use the NYX matte.
Really?
Yes.
It's always so nice.
That's
I'm
the
buying
one I
that.
swear by. I tag NYX all the time to see if they'll notice me, but
NYX, where you at? I'm not seeing you. I'm not hearing from you. I'm really not liking that.
That would be like a dream collab with me and NYX.
Ooh, yes, because you're also very colorful. And they have a lot of colorful stuff.
Hey, NYX.
NYX. Again, I'm going to say it again.
I pronounce it NYX. NYX. I don't know. It's called NYX, right?
Yes, it's called NYX.
Okay.
When people don't call it NYX, I get very confused.
Okay, good.
Because I'm like,
here.
it's not NYX. It's NYX.
Well, I wanted to say thank you so much for being part of this podcast.
Oh my God.
You're in my early videos, so there might be a little glitch here and then, but I thank you so much for being a trooper. And to everyone that's listening, like I repeat all the time, I so appreciate it because it's something I really enjoy, just getting people together and,
And talking.
Because I'm pretty sure somebody out there is going through what you went through.
Yeah.
Even though it might be a little different, it's still the same kind of feelings you get. It's mostly the feelings because we all live in our own little bubble and it's what's in our head.
Yeah. And Jen. Do people know your name is Jen?
Yes.
I never say her name, but
people either call me PinUp. Okay, so if I go to like a blogger event or something, they call me PinUp. If I go out of town, like when I go to Viva East, my favorite experience was the second year when I went, and I heard in the balcony, there's these, I love these guys, and they would yell, Miami! And I'm like, so if I'm not in Florida, they call me Miami.
No, when I lived in Massachusetts, they called me Florida.
Because my name is PinUp Miami, and they were so good. I get along with the car guys, so I'm up there. They were really nice.
That's dope.
Everyone there was really nice.
Yeah. But you're really good at, I really appreciate you bringing a community together. Like, the only pinup community that I remember before you was an inclusive community, I should say, also, was knowing the few ladies that worked at Tatiana.
And I was one of them.
And she was one of them. I was so happy. I just thought of something, but that's for off the podcast. But yes, you are truly, I appreciate you existing, to be honest. You're really dope.
You.
Yay.
I don't know what to say. That was really nice.
Gosh. It's the truth, y'all. She really, when I tell you she made like this whole community like of in South Florida, people who like PinUp, she did the damn thing. Not saying there wasn't anything before, but you did not give up. You were like, I'm going to brunch every month.
I'm consistent. Even when nobody showed up, I was there.
Even when no one was there, which I'm queen of not fucking, I'm queen of not coming or being always late. I don't believe in clocks. I'm the worst. I'm so sorry. This is a character flaw. But she was there every time for everything.
That's why this quarantine is killing me. I
know.
But that's why I wanted to try this podcast, this new avenue. Yay. And I also spent my own money buying a phone number because I want people to reach out and talk. So I own 1-833-4A-PinUp. You could text it with ideas if you want to be on the show.
Or questions.
Or you could leave a voicemail and I could figure out how to play it or show my phone right here.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, so you could do that. And I'll answer it if I'm awake.
It'd be like that.
And make sure to follow me on my Instagram, PinUp Miami, if you want to see outfits I make. I'm on TikTok. My website is misspinupmiami.com. And if you want to follow Susan, because if you're a gamer, music, just want to talk to her, be her friend if you know that band that she knows that I don't know.
Yeah, Billy Talent.
Then follow her on Instagram at...
Oh, my Instagram name is Susann Sunshine, Susann Sunshine.
And you could watch this on YouTube if you want to see. I'll put her name here too. Yeah. And thank you so much. I'm so excited. I hope you come back.
Yes. If you want me back, I will come back. If you want me to come back, let a girl know, okay?
And you'll hear from me next Wednesday.
Bye.